Every day, push harder, run faster, build bigger. Feel that fire in your chest? That endless pressure to grow, to scale, to dominate your market, your niche, your space? It burns like a raging inferno, consuming every bit of energy, every ounce of passion. But beneath that roar, behind the victories and the wins, lurks something darker. Exhaustion so deep, it feels like it's breaking you from the inside. That creeping burnout, stealing your clarity, your drive, your very soul. It's the silent enemy of growth, the unseen tax on success. And here's the brutal truth. No empire was ever built on fumes and sleepless nights alone. You've been sold a lie, wrapped in sharp promises. Grow fast, fail fast, hustle harder, never stop. But that hustle? It doesn't just ask for sacrifice. It demands surrender. Surrender your peace, your health, your relationships. And worst of all, surrender your future to a relentless grind that can grind you down until you're nothing but a shell spinning on empty. Here's the thing. The world celebrates the grind, worships the chaos, calls non-stop pressure the price of entry. But what if the real cost is your life? What if the game you're playing is rigged to burn you out before you ever find your peak? There's an obsession here that's killing brilliance. The idea that growth equals speed, burnout equals weakness, and slowing down is losing. It's a trap that's crushing founders, investors, leaders. You, the ones who carry the weight of innovation, influence, and future shaping. But it doesn't have to be that way. You can hack growth without melting down. You can light up your world without setting your life on fire. The secret, not some hack, not a magic pill, lies in mastering the power that isn't about doing more, but about doing right. First, burn the myth that growth happens in chaos. Growth happens in clarity. When the noise clears, your mind sharpens, your vision steadies, your moves become surgical. The world is addicted to chaos because it confuses motion for progress. You need precision. A calm so fierce it cuts through every distraction. Master your environment like a fortress. Protect your brain from the endless onslaughts of meaningless urgencies. Strip down every must-do to the absolutely essential. Attack those tasks with ruthless focus until they fall, one by one. This isn't about being busy. It's about being lethal with your time. Second, stop worshipping sacrifice. Sacrifice sounds noble until you realize it's just a shortcut to destruction. Real leaders build systems around their energy, not the other way around. You're not a machine. You're a living, breathing human with a peak energy curve, a rhythm that can be tuned and optimized. Identify when you're at your sharpest, morning, afternoon, night, and guard those hours fiercely for your highest impact work. Delegate, automate, or completely kill everything outside that window. Energy management beats time management every single day. Don't chase every opportunity that screams for attention. Say no to 99 of them. Yes, be selective as if your life depends on it, because it does. Third, build real connections. Burnout eats isolation like a parasite. When the grind warps time and perspective, it's easy to fall into loneliness, even amid crowds. The trick isn't just networking, it's about alignment. Find those few who burn the same way, who share your fire but don't demand your soul. Build your circle not with noise but with signal. Collaborate deeply, share openly, fight fearlessly, but with those who get you. That connection is an oxygen tank during long sprints. It anchors, it fuels, it refills your tank when you're running dry. Growth without community is a hollow victory. Here's the next twist. Build in rest like you build in code. Rest isn't a luxury, it's a core functionality. The system you run demands reboot, refresh, Max uptime cannot be your life script. Schedule downtime like it's a boardroom meeting. Guard it like it's an investor you can't lose. True rest powers creativity, resilience, and vision. Think of it not as stop time, but as power time. Moments that charge the very engine of your breakthrough. When you rest well, your work explodes in quality and speed. You don't just avoid burnout, you dodge it completely. Fourth, be ruthless with clarity of purpose. Burnout thrives in unfocused chaos. If your mission isn't screaming from every fiber of your being, it's time to reset. The market will zig and zag. Opportunities will distract and dilute. But your compass, the reason you started this journey, must be pure and unbreakable. Write it down. Repeat it daily. Let it cut through every doubt, distraction, and burnout whisper. The brighter your purpose, the less chance burnout has to cloud it. Purpose isn't just motivation. It's your survival code in the storm. This also means no longer playing by rules designed for others. The system sells conformity like comfort, but it's a cage disguised as safety. If growth feels like a treadmill sucking your breath, maybe it's time to step off the beaten path. Innovate not just your product or strategy, but your lifestyle, your habits, your mindset. Reject the always-on gospel. Reject the toxic culture that glorifies exhaustion. Rewrite the rules. Grow at your own rhythm, in your own way. The growth that kills isn't progress. Progress is survival and thriving combined. And here's something few dare to say. Patience is a weapon. The world shouts for overnight success, for rockets blasting off, for instant impact. But true growth is a long game, a deep game. It is forged in moments of quiet persistence, in wins unseen by millions, in daily steps when no one's watching. When fatigue screams, lean into patience. Remind yourself that enduring excellence outlasts the flashy sprint. Those who burn out quickly rarely build legacies. Those who pace themselves live to soar. Lastly, fight for your sovereignty. Too many lose themselves running someone else's race. Ownership of your will, your mind, your choices. That is freedom. Decide what fuels your fire and what fuels your drain. Choose your battles. Choose your people. Choose your mornings. Carve out your space to think, to rest, to dream, and defend it like it's your kingdom. When you claim your sovereignty, burnout loses its grip because you control the game on your terms. Every moment you spend grinding without these tools, you edge closer to collapse. But with this mindset, you don't just survive the growth game, you dominate it fiercely and sustainably. This path isn't easy. It demands brutal honesty with yourself and ruthless discipline, not just to build, but to unbuild what holds you back. But make no mistake, this is the way to hack growth without burning out. This is the revolution behind every true founder's success story. You're not here to settle for fake freedom or hollow victories. You're here to explode boundaries, to reshape what's possible. So take this wisdom, own it, and craft a life that fuels both your fire and your future. Growth is not about burning out. It's about blazing a trail so bright that burnout cannot touch you. Because you are untouchable when you grow on your own terms, with heart, with clarity, and with power. Don't just chase growth, become the growth they never saw coming.